Welcome to SEOconspiracy.com. Yes, you noticed I'm not in my office. I'm into what's called a bike park. I live in the mountains. What's difficult in the mountains is to climb up the mountain. So we solve the problem. We get up the mountain with the chairlift, and we get down with this type of bicycle, which, as you see, a huge fork, big shocks, tires with big knobs, brakes that brake. This is a race machine to get down the mountain very fast, or carbon fiber. And we'll talk SEO while I go down, get some laps done in my sport, and my sport is called downhill mountain biking. So, as the title says, why is SEO like mountain biking? This is what's called a pump track, and it's a good technique to get what we call free speed. See, the guy is not pedaling, still going around, pumping, up, down, up, down. We do the same thing. When we go down the mountain, we don't pedal much, but we still have some kind of a few speeds here. But yeah, you can't go up the hill with this bike. It's made to go down, and to go down fast. Already, it was raining, so we should have some wet. Couple of jumps. This turn, no brake. Whew. Okay, mountain biking and SEO. Why do I think it's similar? First, what do we need? Like SEO, mountain biking, you need gear. SEO, what do you need? You need, for technical SEO, you need a crawler. That's a tool. And pretty much, if you're an old school SEO like me, that's all you need. Up, your shortcut. We call that a French line in mountain biking slang, when you cut the track. I don't know what it's called, a French line. That's French people, I guess. Cut the tracks a lot. So you need the gear, the proper gear for the job. A bicycle is not just a bicycle. Otherwise, you say, yeah, I just turn and brake. That's it. Well, not so fast. You also need the proper bike for the proper job. Then you need the right skills. Okay, I have a little problem here. Is this thing is halfway off, so let's take it off. We are at the end of the little small track. I have to take the chairlift to go up one level. We won't talk during the ride up the chairlift because it's a little noisy. Okay, so see up there. Run number 2. Gear. Yes, the right gear, the right bike, the right discipline. So technical SEO. What do you need? You need a crawler. Back in the days, I was using a crawler called Xenu. You'll jump here. Yo, this is called double because you don't have anything in the middle. So if you miss your jump and you're too short, it will be a problem. I'm not at my advantage when there's a tight corners here because I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2", so I have a big frame. Talking about the bike, and tight turns are not so easy. Okay, this is very wet. I might very well crash. Jump. Up. Up. Okay, this is a bit of a turn. Then, once you can crawl the site, well, yeah, today the tour is called Screaming Frog. Any good technical SEO is pretty much the tour choice. Well, yes and no, because the tour is going to tell you a lot of great things about what's wrong with your site, but you need to understand that when you do a technical audit, on average there's about 10 to 20% of what you jump. Yahoo! Whoa! Ok, ¿Cubrir estancato?
Que ya nos echan. Para los alambres esos.
Seems like to go on top of the hill is closed. So let's go another way. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, the crawler. Sure, you let Screaming Frog run. Look at all those nice roots when it's wet. They want to bite you. But you have to understand that what you will say about the website, on average, only 10 to 20% will be put in production. Now, is that a problem? Yes and no. That's when the skills, the knowledge, the experience of the SEO comes into play. Do I want to go down here or no? I don't know. We'll see. I haven't taken this small track in ages. Oh, look at this. This is the rain. I destroyed the track. If you don't know what you're doing, well, the 10 to 20% that will be go in production might not be anything special or anything that will change. It might not be anything that will have a positive impact. But you know, SEO is binary. Do you see an improvement or you don't? Period. What the others are doing is just bullshitting around, moving you along. You need to see results. And what I say is, it doesn't matter if it's only 10 to 20% of your audit that gets into production. What's important is it the 10 or 20% that will provide 80 to 90% of the benefits, you know? Okay, looks like no, we can't go up. Okay, we'll make rounds because you have several levels on this bike park, and I wanted to go all the way to the top, but it looks like the chairlift are not moving up there. So now going up to 2,500 meters and see you some good stuff from up there. Maybe another day. ¿Cubrir estancate?
Ouais.
Sí.
Y aquí a las 4.
Vale.
Estos también fermé.
Vale, okay. Yeah, I live in Andorra, which is between Spain and France. Small country where we pay very low taxes, and we mountain bike in the summer and we ski in the winter. That's why you saw me, you heard me speaking strange language, which is not Spanish, it's Catalan. Well, I speak Catalan, mix of Catalan and Spanish. And this lady here is looking for the mushroom, portobellos. That's the high seasons. And from up here, we can see where the mushrooms are. But I have my spots, like everybody, anybody who lives in the mountains has special spots for mushrooms. And here continues my analogy with downhill mountain biking. We all have, in mountain biking and downhill, we all have our trails, our favorite trails, even secret trails that we dig during the winter. Behind my house, I have a trail, basically private. I'm the only one using it. And same if you are a good SEO, you need to have your spots on the web. That's more for link building, which is another facet of SEO. Let's end up with the analogy between technical SEO and mountain biking. Well, technical SEO, you have your crawler, you have all your tools, and you do have a set of skills. You should be able, by eyes, with your 10 fingers and your 2 eyes and your 1 brain, you should be able to visit the site like Googlebot does. Okay, what does Googlebot do? First, HTTP headers, then robots.txt, then okay, you gotta be able to okay, I click here, I don't click here because there is no index, or the link can be followed by a search engine, and so on. You need to have a view of the site using your brain. If you're just using a tool, well, it's not the SEO that makes the tool, okay? It's when you get the knowledge, then when you use the tool, it's a lot more efficient. Okay, let me catch my breath and we'll talk to you on top of the mountain. Let's go back down. If we can go up, what goes up must come down. That's what we think about in this sport. Fuck gravity. Whoa. I slid off. Now, what was I? Skills. Yes. Experience. You can brag like I do, because I've been doing this, well, not the Mac biking thing, but the SEO thing. I've been doing it for 20 years. Mountain biking, downhill mountain biking, I started at 45 and I'm 47, and I'm racing the Master World Championship every year. So think about, is it possible? No. This is obviously one of the most dangerous sport on the planet. And okay, we are flat out. This is probably like 45 kilometers per hour. And now we are going back up. And what I showed you earlier about the pumping, here you see it in effect. Oh, this guy is gonna... Okay, thanks. Oh, small double. And now the jump. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa. That was dangerous. So skills, where you gotta push yourself. Oh, that's it. Out of your comfort zone. You can't rely on just doing what you know and staying there. Well, you can. It's just will stay average. Mass pumping. He didn't arrive on top of the little hill because he didn't pump hard enough. And now we are going down. Well, this is the little this is for the kids to learn. This is the first descent. And they go up, back up with this tunnel thing. And then we're gonna go down the final well, descent, which is pretty rowdy because it's totally destroyed. The track is totally destroyed. Okay, I'll get a drink and I'll see you on the way down. It smells like the end of the season. On weekend it's packed, and now it's not packed anymore. Okay, let's go back to our podcast, if you will. The bragging about, yeah, I've been doing SEO for 20 years, blah blah. Guys, you don't need 20 years of SEO to know what's up about technical. Okay, technical SEO is not that hard. You just gotta follow the guidelines. Well, not the Google guidelines, the guidelines of how you need to build a website that's accessible. You need to make the job of the crawler, Googlebot or any crawler, you gotta make it easier. But the bad news is that won't get you anywhere. It will be an empty shell. Okay, let's imagine you start from nothing. You don't have a website. You build a perfect website with the best technical SEO on board, and oh, jump, and then what happens? You spend all your money building the website. Okay, this is a tight corner. Not in the mood to move around the bike to make it fast. Talking while riding the bike is not so easy. I'm out of breath and I can't focus on what I'm doing. So I'm pretty much on autopilot here. What you need to invest in. If you want results, it's gonna be the content and the links, or moreover, not just the links, the entire environment surrounding your website. That includes social media and so on. I like to call this the agitation or the emulsion from a chemical point of view. Ah, this is broken. All the rocks. When you have a carbon bike, problem is it's very strong, but it's very stiff. So everything comes back to your hands. Difficult jump up here. And that's it for technical SEO. It's like the bike. Alright, yo. You can have the best bike in the world, and this is one of the best bikes in the world. This is a race bike. This is full carbon. Price is about like 10 to 12,000 euros. It's no joke. It's the same bike that they use in the World Cup on the professional level. But if I'm a donkey and I can't ride this bike, which is the case, I'm like a semi-donkey. Let's take a break. Hola.
¿Hablas solo?
No, habla. Habla a la GoPro. This guy was asking me, like, what the fuck are you doing talking to yourself? Okay, so yeah, I was talking about the fact that technical SEO is mandatory. You need your website to be fast, blah blah, core web vitals, all the shit you want. What is this guy doing up there? However, if your content is crap and you don't have any, well, this is totally destroyed. Just need to concentrate a little bit because you got riders and big holes everywhere. This is a fast section on not lots so much soil. Look at that, just rocks, and it's slippery as hell. Big holes. We'll call that braking bumps because everybody brakes at the same part of the track. The trick is I would usually brake before and let it go in the bumps, but because I'm talking to you, I don't know what I'm doing right now. And content and links, well, I recorded a 2-hour video. You go to the Semantic SEO playlist and you check out what I call the topical mesh. It's about 2 hours long, and I will tell you exactly what to give Google, what does Google want on the future tense, not present or past. Okay, I need to change my rear brake pads. Can hear it squint, but at least you'll know when I'm braking, because like now it's gonna make noise. Then, to give Google what it wants, future instead of past, you need a little bit of well, technique, but you need to have a superpower called how to smell the SERP, how to know what does Google want is not a general statement. I can't tell you for every website and every query what does Google want. So now smelling the SERP is probably the highest level skill that you can grab as SEO. It's a superpower because once you can do that, well, what's stopping you? In my strategy, in my SEO strategy, the only this is a secret trail, pretty steep. In my SEO strategy, the only question mark left is question mark, do you have the means, okay, to put in front of your ambition? You want to be reaching the front page of Google? Sure. This is going to take this much money and this much time. You want to be first and stay first? This is going to take a little bit more money and a little bit more time. You want to be the leader, you want to be an authority around your topics. Well, that's another game. That's where SEO alone won't work anymore. That's where you need to do everything around SEO, like content marketing, in order for SEO to work. And not only SEO, branding. Branding is the factor, X factor today. I'm lucky because my first job was about branding. Okay, this is a very fast section in the wet. I'm not touching the brakes. Sorry if the GoPro gets a little bit muddy, but this is fast and gnarly. And now I have to get on the brakes. Do everything around SEO for SEO to work, but not only. The X factor is branding. Put your website in Google Trends with the #1 website, just the name of the website, and compare, because you claim you build great content, you even applied what I said, hey, and you don't know why the #1 is still #1. This content is not SEO optimized. His links are nothing impressive. Well, check out in Google Trends if the name of the website comes up, meaning what does that translate to? They started to build a brand. It's the easiest trick I can give you to know right away if people behind the website did some branding or not. Okay, we're arriving to the end. The bridge, sleepy. That sucks if you broke your bike right before the end of the run. Okay, content, the page itself has very limited power. Once the page is optimized for SEO, once the page is a great read for humans, Well, that's it. You got no more levers on page. Then what do you need to go from position X to the first is links. What do you find links? On the site. A link is a link, and internal linking is, in my opinion, the most undervalued link real estate on any given website. And then you have backlinks. Backlinks, well, that will be the topic for another day, because I'm home free without a crash. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to know more about how I can't even ride up this little short hill. I could, it's just tiring, so I don't want to. And yeah, you can check the video called the Private Links Network, which is different than what you call PBN, a Private Blogs Network. Why? Because I don't do blogs. But for link building, yes, voila. For link building, you do need to take control over some of your links. Not 100%, maybe not 50%, but between 1/3 and a half of your link profile. In my opinion, I'm just a guy with an opinion. Well, you need to take control of that. How do you do that? We'll see another day, or check out that video. Until then, I'm gonna go over there, get a beer, and I'm gonna get my bike clean. Thank you for watching, and SEO Conspiracy out. Hey guys, we are going black. Who goes black never comes back. This is a gnarly track, like a real pure fucking death machine for bikes and bikers. Ugh. Oh my god. I can't go fast. Look at the roots. You don't wanna. Woo, woo, woo. This is going all over the place. I love it. Okay, here is usually a jump, but I'm not going fast enough to jump it. So slippery, the rocks, the roots. Oh, I can barely touch my brakes. See what happens if you touch your brakes in a corner. Also, since we're in the bonus track, why don't I hurt myself when I crash? Well, first of all, one of my first sports was judo, and I don't know how many sports teach you how to fall, but judo does. So that was good. And then, well, I crashed a lot. So I kind of got used to it because I didn't want to hurt myself. Every time I developed a technique where everything freezes. There's a moment in time, very short of course, where you have to make a choice. Either you have to save the bike from crashing, or you dive, you go for it. And today is nothing, okay? I'm going a black track, but here I'm going very slow. And the other ones were blue and reds, I mean, whatever. The color, what you have to do is make a quick decision. And also, that's also good for SEO. You do have to make a decision about your strategy and the action plan. You have to do something. If you don't, it's not gonna work, okay? The worst enemy of SEO is not doing anything. And even if you go slow like I do in one of the gnarliest track in the world, this is a former World Cup track from 2007. The GoPro flattens and slows down everything, but trust me, this is gnarly. This is very gnarly. This is, so the guy, this is the speed I should be going usually for to make it safe, because speed is your friend in this kind of track. That was slippery. Alright, let's pick up some pace because I have a little jump to do at the end, right here. Oh, water. Fuck. Alright, so not even a crash. Well, now I did a little one. Forgot. But it's safe if you know what you're doing. You can take a little risk and get out of your comfort zone. It'll be fine.